The beautiful thing about knitting is that it can be inspired by so many things. For some, it's nature. For some, a treasured memory that we would like to hold close. This beautiful pie shawl was inspired by the harmony and balance of the Tempietto building in Italy. This design is so striking. I love the circular shape that resembles the dome of the building. And you know, I love the symbolism behind circles. They represent community, connection, and a sense of completeness. And check out the gorgeous lacy stitches throughout. The changing stitch patterns along with the beautiful color changes draws your eye outward to this stunning knitted on border. To create the scrumptious drape and sheen for this shawl, we use our Crema Sock yarn, which is a fingering weight yarn that's a blend of super soft wool and silk. I love the 3 soothing colors that we used for this shawl, and I can imagine it in so many different striking variations. You can download this pattern and get the yarn at expressionfiberarts.com, and while you're there, be sure to sign up for email updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. And if you would love a chance to win a set of the yarn used to make this pattern, just make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and comment below letting me know if you have ever knit a circular shawl before. To get started on this shawl, you're going to need to know how to work the magic loop method. If you are unfamiliar with this method, I'm super excited to break it down for you today. The beauty of this method is you can make virtually anything in the round using just one long circular needle. I love to have a whole set of different sizes of circular needles because you can even use them to make flat projects. So to begin this pattern, we're going to want to cast on 9 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now to work the magic loop, you're going to go ahead and slide those stitches down onto your cable, and you want to split them about in half. So I'll do 4 and 5, and pull your cable up in the middle of those. So now you want to look and see where your working yarn is coming from. It's coming from down here. So these stitches up here will be the first ones that we work. That way we close up this gap and we actually form a circle. So go ahead and pull your cable and your needle through those stitches so that we are good to work here. And then grab this needle and you want to pull it out so that you're all ready to knit. So we can ignore our tail, which is here. Grab your working yarn, and it should look like this, and you should be all set up to knit. You just want to make sure that your stitches aren't twisted. If they're twisted, it would look more like this. So as long as it's looking like this, you should be good to start knitting, and we're going to knit the first round. So let me get the tail out of the way. So go ahead and start on that first stitch, and you're just going to knit that. I like to give it a little tug to make sure there's not a gap there. Knit the next stitch. Again, on that second stitch, I usually do a little tug as well. There's 3 and 4. So we've worked the first 4 stitches. Now we want to work the 5 stitches over here. So what I do when I'm knitting magic loop is I like to swing this up and over as I turn. Now we want these stitches onto our other needle. So go ahead and pull your cable and slide these stitches onto this needle. And we're going to pull this needle out so that we can use it to knit with. So now we've got these 5 stitches on our needle, and we are good to continue knitting those. So same thing, knit, give a little tug, knit the second stitch, give a little tug. And then you can continue knitting the remaining stitches. And there you go, you're all set up. So when you move into the first increase round, we're going to continue repeating what we've been doing. So swing your yarn up and over. You want these stitches here to now be on your other needle. So we're going to slide this down. And I will say sometimes if you experience a little bit of difficulty pushing those down, sometimes it can be easier to pull this needle out first. And that gives a little bit of slack on your stitches, and they'll more easily slide onto your other needle. So for this round, we're going to work yarn over, knit 1, and repeat that around. Yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. So we're going to switch again. So up and over, swing around, pull your cable down, slide this needle out, and then push your other needle into those stitches. So continue with yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit, yarn over, knit, yarn over, and knit. And you can see we're getting a nice little start to the center of our shawl. So you're going to continue working around and around following the pattern, and you're going to get more and more stitches. So whenever you get enough stitches that it fills up your entire cable, you can stop doing the magic loop and just work in the round on your entire cable. I also wanted to point out that this pattern does have charts. So here's how you read a knitted chart when you're working in the round. So normally when you're working flat, you would read a chart back and forth like so. But we're not working flat, we're working in the round. So you start here where it says 1 and 1, and you follow these stitches along your chart here, and you're going to repeat those around your entire shawl. And then you're going to jump up right above that, and you're going to work these stitches around and repeat those around your shawl, and continuing on. You move up here, walk across like so, repeat those stitches around, and you continue moving up for each round. And you'll see in the charts, you'll need to know how to work a few special stitches. So I'm going to work row 3 so you can see what those look like. So to get started with row 3, we're going to begin with a knit stitch. And then the circle symbolizes a yarn over, so work a yarn over. And the next up is a slip, slip, knit. So slip the next stitch, slip the next stitch, and then you knit them. Then another yarn over, and then we're going to do a center double decrease. So to do that, you're going to slip the next 2 stitches as if to knit them together. So just insert your right needle, slide both of those off, then knit the next stitch. Then you're going to pass those 2 slipped stitches up and over that knitted stitch. And that's your CDD. So then you have a yarn over and a knit 2 together. So just knit those next 2 stitches together for a decrease. And then another yarn over. And you just continue repeating that around your shawl. So knit, yarn over, slip, slip, knit, and then another yarn over, and then your center double decrease. So slip those next 2 as if to knit, knit 2 together, knit the next stitch, slip those 2 stitches up and over that knitted stitch, then yarn over, then you knit 2 together, yarn over, and then continue repeating around. Armed with those tidbits, I hope you have a wonderful, enjoyable time knitting this beautiful shawl. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next week with another new design. Bye!